sounds like this.
MadMax Furiosa.
Yeah. I think
So it's a prequel.
It's a prequel. I want to say, I want to be excited because I like Mad Max. I want to be excited. However,
I'm just going to eat this donut.
I'm a little over Saga's going on. I think Mad Max should be done. The remake was good. It was a fun little comeback to something that did very well as a 3 series. And now we have a continuation of Mad Max that doesn't have Mad Max in it, which is fine. We've got a diverse woman, which is also fine.
She's the it girl, though.
She's the it girl. That's for sure it. And I want it to be good. I want it to be an entertaining movie. So I'm sure that it will. But I think that I've already seen what the Mad Max universe has to offer. So that's what I'll say about that. I'm going to watch it. But I'm going to give it a, I'll watch it and nothing new will have happened. So I'm not going to be blown away.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like the universe.
I like the universe. That's what I mean. I want it to be good.
I like that a lot of it is practical effects. Like you see the cars actually moving, right? It's not a lot of CGI. There is enhanced CGI.
Mm-hmm. What's his name? Who's the director again? Baz Luhrmann. No, not Baz Luhrmann. It's an Australian guy.
Was it still him?
Oh, I don't know. That's the one he did when he did the remake. All of his stuff was like natural effects, except for enhanced.
What do you think about the remake? I like the remake.
I like the remake.
The remake.
That's what I mean.
Dope.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, but I think that's where it should have ended from a series standpoint, from a universal standpoint. I think he should move on to make a different movie.
Was the remake a continuation of the Mel Gibson saga?
I don't think so, and I don't know. It kind of looked like it because he had the same car. Right, he had a car that was very similar. The whole concept, it seemed like it was just kind of like a young version Mad Max, different character, same universe. So that's the interpretation.
So it was like kind of a remake.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it, but that was what I got. It was kind of a remake with a new character. You know, like a comic book, like a new character.
I'm intrigued enough not to have an opinion, at least. I'll go see it, like you said. I won't watch it in theaters. I don't really watch things in theaters anymore.
Refuse.
I'll wait for it. It looks a little bit too stylized.
Yes.
Like the first thing you said when you first saw that opening shot was like too much CG.
Too much.
Way
too saturated.
Way too oversaturated as far as the colors and stuff. And
they took it from the last one. So they took it from the original. If you watch the very first Mad Max ever, they obviously didn't have CG at all. And the very first one was shot in Australia, and it was very muted and had they focused on those colors. But then the second one with Mel Gibson
was it shot in Australia?
Yeah. The first one, I don't know if the second and third one were. I know the second and third were like blockbuster hits. The first one nobody remembers or ever seen, but it was an Australian one.
Is Mel Gibson
Australian? Yeah, everyone was Australian. That's the whole point.
That's
it was like an Australian movie. Yeah, it was. You look at
Stewart's from Australia.
It's slow. It's a little slow. It has none of the action that the second and third one have for sure. The third one had Tina Turner. That was the one with the Thunderdome.
So, the Thunder. Yeah, that's the one where. California Love was kind of...
Yeah, California Love was popping.
That's when they really got into the costumes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
So that one was where the series peak of like it really doing really well in those. I think came out in the 90s or late 80s, whatever it was.
Probably 80s, man.
Yeah, it did really... It was doing... The second one and the third one did really good, and Mel Gibson's career right off into the sky. That was the series. 3 movies done. We saw the universe. We explored sort of the narrative going on there. The remake that was recently done with Bane...
And what's his name? He's Australian too, isn't he? Right?
Yeah, he's Irish or something. He's UK, somewhere in there. But anyway, the point I was getting at was that you could see the quality of the production going in the right direction. Obviously, more money was spent on it, but also the level of like in entertaining the universe into like that orange desert desolate environment, because the first one had green and trees. But it was set in like the bushland of Australia, like fields where there's nothing going on, kind of like a Utah looking scene or like a Kansas looking scene. And then the second one was like full desert, and the third one was like full desert, there's nothing going on, complete apocalypse. And then the remake was really just you know how everything was kind of saturated there too.
It didn't bother me enough.
No, because it was good. It was just
really
like that peak of the universe. But what I just witnessed in that trailer for this Furiosa was if I literally went that step too far designing a thumbnail or anything, you just go like this and everything starts to bleed, just like too saturated. It's like this. Like, would you expect to see this color here in fucking some shit? Like, this is just like
the RGB, the saturation.
just like, let's
and
go.
The
They were like, fuck this sand. This sand needs to be red.
Yeah, the color is a little crazy. Also, like shot selection wise, it was just on too many of the wide shots. It was hard to understand. So I don't know. The trailer was a little weak. I will say that it wasn't as. When I first saw the remake trailer, I was like, "Whoa, this looks sick! Like this looks sick."
It
like,
did look sick.
There was a lot of shots of them in the car, them flying. You know, remember that
on
like,
the poles?
on the poles,
that was cool.
There was a ton of like actual like
But
practical action shots that looked amazing. Like
so, let me ask you this though, from a
turned.
standpoint of watching that, what I'm getting at with the series of being anything new to it. So you watched that movie, you saw that kind of action. All I saw was a remake of it, and I'm not blown away because I've already seen it.
I feel it didn't really pump me up.
Yeah, it had trailers with cars were chasing trailers on the desert. I'm like, I've seen that now multiple times through MadMax 2. Yeah. I've seen it in that most recent remake. It's like, what are you bringing to the table that's really gonna blow my mind?
The trailer didn't blow me away, but I would be on the verge of not being interested and just a tiny bit interested. So I'm intrigued enough to like at least
100%.
put it on.
Yep.
You know. I don't really have a bad opinion or a good opinion. There you go.
Well, yeah, I haven't
but
seen it.
I will have some more donuts.
Oh. I guess that's a good one. No, I'm good.